We are in our 14th week and we are still in Wyoming, our last day in Wyoming, and today I will be spotlighting the disappearance of Kimberly Novak. Kimberly, 32, was known as a free spirit, and that free spirit was known to get her in trouble. It wasn't odd for Kimberly to disappear for long periods of time due to her battles with addiction, but her disappearance in April of 1992 has taken a toll on her family, and at this point they are just asking for answers so that they can begin to heal. There isn't a ton of information on Kimberly's case, but here's what we know. Kimberly grew up in Montana and was one of 3 girls. She was often described as a follower who found herself in trouble. Kimberly seemed to settle down when she married Tom Allen, and the two of them had 2 daughters together. Things seemed to calm down, and Kimberly was working till the couple divorced. Something about the divorce would send Kimberly back to her lifestyle before she was married, and suddenly she began living a transient lifestyle, disappearing for long periods of time and leaving her daughters with her mother. Kimberly began to struggle with drugs and alcohol in the mid to late 80s, and she and a boyfriend moved to Wyoming in 1989. She spoke to family and let them know she had accepted a new job and was working to get her life cleaned up so that she could get her children back. In 1992, Kim was reportedly living in Granger and would be missing for 3 months before being reported by a female friend. There are varying reports about her disappearance. Some say that she was headed back to Montana at the time of her disappearance for a custody hearing, but there's no definitive information about her disappearance, or even the dates of her disappearance is reported differently. In 2023, Kimberly's younger sister Becky told WyomingTruth.org that she and other family members are frustrated by the lack of information, and they believe Kimberly was most likely a victim of a crime and is no longer alive. They are convinced that if Kimberly was still alive, she would have been in touch with one of them by now. Kimberly's niece told thetruth.org, quote, "We just want answers. It's been too long. None of us kids were able to get to know her or spend time with her. That was taken from the family as a whole." End quote. Her family wants people to remember that she was a mother, a sister, a daughter, and an aunt who was deeply loved, and her family is heartbroken over her disappearance. The Sweetwater County Sheriff's Office says that Kimberly's case is still active and continues to be investigated, but declined to provide any further information. We do not know what Kimberly was wearing at the time she disappeared or her approximate weight, but we do know that she was 32 years old, 5'4", wore glasses, and was described as a Caucasian female with brown hair, green eyes, and has a mole on the right side of her face near her nose. If you have information on Kimberly's disappearance, you are asked to contact the Sublette County Sheriff's Office at 307-367-4378. Please keep sharing Kimberly's face. Her family hasn't given up on getting answers. Thank you so much for taking the time to get to know Kimberly today, and don't forget, when you see those missing and murder posts on social media, to hit click and share, because every time we share a face, we do get closer to solving a case, and I will see you all back here next week as we head to Maine.